Alrighty, we are on our second week of the draft league. In the last week, we had 2-0 wins up on our very first week. Reggie Drago did absolutely amazing with TERA Steel, TERA Blast, and also with the Dragon Energy. And Devil Whimsicott clutched up in game 2. This week we're facing against another opponent with Champow, Rillaboom, Dragapult, Volcarona, Ferret, Glaven, Articuno, Scizor, Ampharos, Granbull, and Luminion. And our team is the same as last week. On paper, obviously, Chi-Yu is a very good answer to a lot of Pokemon. Chi-Yu weak to Fire, we got Overgrow, Rillaboom weak to Fire, Dragapult weak to Dark, Glaven, Articuno weak to Dark, Scizor is weak to Fire. Lots of weak matchups against Chi-Yu. Also, obviously, the Galarian Weezing also shuts down abilities, so no Sword of Ruin, no Grassy Surge, all that kind of stuff. No Clear Body as well. The one really scary thing about this team is actually the Volcarona that could easily Quiver Dance and sweep my entire team. Sword Stance, Water Terra Blast is also a big issue with Technician, and Sword Stance can easily sweep my entire team, especially with Galarian Weezing and Tyranitar being weak to Steel, Whimsicott weak to Steel, and Chi-Yu is just a bit frail. Even with resisted hits, it could be quite frail. And Galarian Articuno is actually quite bulky at sometimes. Obviously, if it has a Grassy Seed and it just fires up Freezing Glares or Psychics, it's my Weezing, then I'm kind of screwed as well. And Ferret with the Follow Me, Super Fang knockoff. Not entirely sure how they're going to counter this team. So, just going to show you what my team is going to be here. So, to start off with Whimsicott with the Covert Cloak and the Prankster ability with Tailwind, Charm, Moonblast, and Protect, full speed, full special attack, and 4 HP, and a Ghost Terra to block. Honestly, I don't even need a Ghost Terra. I might consider having a different Terra, but that is something that I will let you know if I change that before the start of the battle. Because I have Cobra Cloak, I don't really need Ghost Terra. I might consider another Terra, like I don't know what Terra, but I'll figure that out eventually. Chi-Yu Focus Sash, Beast of Ruin with the Heat Wave, Protect, Dark Pulse, Snarl. Focus Sash means you can survive at 1 HP if it's being targeted by a direct kill move. With 4 HP, Special Attack 252, and Full Speed 252 as well. Scizor with its first debut with the Water Terra with Citrus Berry, Technician, Knockoff, U-Turn, Protect, Bullet Punch. If the base power of the move is lower than 65, it is boosted by 1.5 times. With full HP, defense 108 and is full 108 plus, which means it's a defense plus nature, and a 148 attack. So some defense and some attack investments to deal with Dragapults and Champows. We've got the Galarian Weezing with Neutralizing Gas and Leftovers, Water Terra, Protect, Haze, Will-O-Wisp, and Dazzling Gleam. Haze is to get rid of the stat changes, possibly from Volcarona and Scizor, and Will-O-Wisp is to burn all the physical attackers, especially Scizor, and Dazzling Gleam is just coverage for the Dragon types and the Dark types. Full HP, full defense for Spadef. Regigigas, Ghost Terra, Normal Gem, Slow Sword, Double Edge, Rock Slide, Protect, Knockoff. It's very similar to what we had last week. Instead of high horsepower, we had Rock Slide, and full HP, full attack investment, and 4 defense. Tyranitar with its first debut with the Lumberry to prevent burns from Volcarona and Will-O-Wisp Dragapult potentially, with the Sandstream, Rock Slide, Knockoff, Protect, and Thunder Punch to cover for Water Terrors, which could possibly be on Volcarona. Full HP, full attack, full defense. About this Terra for Whimsicott, I'll have a think, and if the Terra has changed and I forgot to tell you, just look at the preview. And yeah, this is the team that I'm going to go against to go against my opponent. Probably Whimsicott Chi is a very good lead against Champow, really good against Rillaboom. That's really good against a lot of stuff. And also threatens the Scizor to Terra if They lead with Scizor. Scizor is always just a backup here. Knockoff is pretty good to just check the items. Bullet Punch is good priority. I have a feeling U-turn is not going to be used that often, but perhaps we'll find some use in U-turn, which when I did some testing, I have not even clicked U-turn a single time. We've got Glaring Wheezing, obviously. Glaring Wheezing Regigigas is still a good combo. It's not as good as last week, but I'm sure there will be some ways that they will find a way to counter it, and there will be ways that we can deal with these Pokemon, like with their Pokemon. So even with Sacred Sword, for example, Sacred Sword into Regigigas actually only does around 60%, which is really, really good. Yeah, so Whimsicott Chi-Yu is a good combo. Regigigas Glaring Wheezing is a combo. And we've got Tyranitar at the back, really just as a utility, deal with Chien-Pao, rock moves, dark moves on the Dragapult, dark moves on Articuno, knocking off items, for example, and just checking a lot of Pokemon as a general, especially with Volcarona. Also threatening a TERA if it has defensive TERA, let's say, but it also really threatens by Bug Buzz for Volcarona and Quiver Dance as well. Yeah, that's the team for now, and let's get into the battle. We have our second week of the matches with Chien-Pao, Dragapult, Volcarona, Scizor, Granbull, and Ampharos. I did think about the Granbull, but I wasn't fully prepared on that, if I'm being super honest. I also want to look at the TERA Titan for a star. I do have some music in the background. I hope it is not too loud, but let's see how we do. I do have some sort of worry with the okay, let's think about this now. Steel Rock TERA, Ghost TERA on Volcarona, Fire TERA on Scizor, Steel TERA and Steel TERA. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is a Scizor lead for sure. I think I just have to keep them super honest. Let's bring... honestly? Just Whimsicott, Chi-Yu, Weezing, T-Tar. I'm gonna keep them super honest. And just start like that and see how they respond. Intimidate Granbull is pretty spooky. I'm gonna look at Ampharos' stats in the meantime because I actually haven't prepped for Ampharos. It has 115 special attack, and I have 3 Water TERA, so that is actually quite scary. It has static as well. Granbull is not that scary. It's 120 base attack. Intimidate is really just not great. 45 speed is pretty slow. Just thinking of what else could go wrong. Quiver Dance, Volcarona, as I said earlier. Swords and Scizor, as I said earlier. They are Fire TERA though, which is pretty interesting because I have Rock Slide and Rock Slide, and a Volcarona is Ghost TERA, which I have Dark type Pokemon. Literally 2 Dark types. Let's go. Pow Volk. So they're probably just leading with Sacred Sword Chi-Yu. And then they just leave the Whimsicott, right? I think I have to Moonblast TERA Heatwave now, because Oh, you protect, okay. Fair enough. Tailwind Volk and protect Pal. So that thing's focus sash for sure. But you're gonna sucker punch my Chi-Yu now, which is really bad. I'm gonna Tailwind here, and I'm going to bring in the Tyranitar. This also breaks Focus Session POW, and also threatens the Volk. Okay, Ice Spinner. Now, they will probably try to Tailwind, but I just want to go for a Dazzling Gleam just to see how the pole is built. So I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam and protect. I just want to see how they respond. Because Pulse and Power are weak to Fairy. So like if they Terra, it has to be Steel Terra. That's a Steel Terra. Okay. Phantom Force. I think Wisp the POW, knock off the Pult. Okay, there's the Volk. I think we just protect and Rock Slide. I think that Ghost Terror is a bit too aggressive on my side, but it is what it is. That is just my mistake. And they played that really smartly. And I missed Heat Wave. Okay. Okay, let's have a think about this. And I don't know what the last mon is. Okay, let's actually turn off the music. I'm gonna log in. Let's actually have a good think about this, because first of all, the Ghost Terror literally ruined me. The last move is probably Sacred Sword. They haven't revealed that. Paul is Phantom Force. Volcarona only showed Tailwind. So that POW is just doing the big lifting, it seems. And it's Steel Terror. I'm gonna try Wheezing Gigas this time, because I feel like what they're going to do is have the power again, but they're going to try and deal with the wheezing in a faster way this time. Or they might just nuke the Gigas. I think we have to bring Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu is quite threatening to them. And I think Whimsicott, Chi-Yu. Okay. I just have to play super aggressive now. I think this is Wisp Pow. And Rock Slide Volk. Oh, they could switch Scizor in, which is... They have Wisp Volk. Okay. Charlie Berry. Oh boy, okay. Will-O-Wisp. Charlie. That was not something I could have checked last time. But we've burnt the Sizzle, which is really good. Genuinely, Dazzling Gleam Rock Slide would still do a lot. I think we can save the normal gem for later. Like, I don't see why I have to do that now. Rock Slide is still going to do a lot to Volcarona. So, Bullet Punch, but you burnt. Flamethrower. Nice. Pow. So I think I have to protect here. And boy, I don't know if the last one is Dragapult or not. That's the main issue. So if I protect the Wheezing, and then I'm just going to double edge the POW, that's not going to give me anything. That's the main issue. So do I knock off the Chien-Pao? Because the last one's probably Dragapult. I have Chi-Yu to deal with that, luckily. But what is the TERA? Steel TERA. This is a very key turn. Let me think of this very carefully. I think I have to double edge the Chien-Pao. Because I need to get maximum damage. And if it's not Sash, then that would be very nice. They protect the POW. Okay. So you're gonna bullet punch the Wheezing and also aim on the bullet punch the Wheezing and also POW will aim on the Wheezing. But double edge will still do a lot. So I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam and double edge. Okay, it might not do that much now, but like that's not okay. That's really bad actually. Oh boy. Because now you can Sacred Sword. I think now this is a 50-50. It's either they Sucker Punch if I switch my Chiyu in, it's either they sucker punch the Chiyu when I Ghost Terror, or they Sacred Sword me. And I can't tell. This is a 50-50 again. So I'm just going to protect. And I'm going to knock off the scissor to see what the item is. Because I'm pretty interested in seeing what the item is. This is a literal mind game. Like, I don't know what they're going for. Bullet punch. Sacred Sword. It is Metal Coat. Okay. So if they're going for Sacred Sword, then this just has to be I mean, I should still TERA goes Heat Wave. And then if the last one is Dragapult, then Winter God should be able to clean it. And then this is just another knockoff. They protect, okay. I mean, that's the right play. I think I just lose now because now they're going to sucker punch me no matter what. It's a port. Oh my gosh, I lost. So if you sucker punch me and then you Phantom Force or do something weird. What if I protect and knock off the port? Okay. I think this is a lose-lose now. So if I oh boy. So if they sucker punch crap. Let me check something. I need to check something, as in like how many of those did they use? Crap. Okay, let me check with here. Hold on. Dude, okay, I want to check how many PP the sucker punch has used, and then like this replay is just going really slowly. I'm actually not sure what I should do. Should I just protect again? Is my Whimsicott caught? This is so hard. I think I can still win, but I don't know how. I need to check what the speed of Whimsicott is in reference to. Is like I can't. Dragapult outspeeds me for sure. The only thing I think I could do is protect. Okay, protect. And I'm okay. Let me think about this. Protect, Tailwind. So if the Power Sucker Punch it fails, then Dragapult Phantom Forces the Chi-Yu. Next turn, it's going to be Heat Wave the POW, Sash procs with Sucker Punch. I think this is the play. Oh, that. Okay, that. Okay. I mean, they read me. They read me. Okay. Okay, they read me. I think in the end, what happened in the end? I think it's just like the burn from the Volk just ruined me, first of all. And second of all, it's more on the TERA mind games. It's just ridiculous at this point. Like, it's not their fault. It's like they played super well with the protects and then checking TERA. But this is something that I'm just not super aware of. I might as well just have a conclusion here. I'm just a bit frazzled because I really don't like moments when you have to predict. They have to predict when you TERA and then they just protect. What am I supposed to say? So what happened in both games is the exact same issue. They read me both times. The first time, this game here, the first game, because it's so obvious they would Sacred Storming immediately, I TERA Ghosted to counter them immediately, but they didn't. Except they protected, which made sense. But then the Volcarona Tailwind, which is not what I expected. The Volcarona is a support Volcarona, which I expected them to be full offense. But it kind of made sense now because the Dragapult is just Phantom Force Dragon Darts. When I Ghost Terra'd in that first turn, I've lost already because the dark move immediately keeps going into my Chi-Yu with the Sucker Punch. Even if I had Focus Sash, it was still not enough. The second game has the exact same issue because with the Whim Chi-Yu, Chien-Pao protected to check when I TERA. If I had not TERA'd at that second moment, like when the turn when Pao protected, if I had not TERA'd, I should have won. This is down to mind games again, and also good job to them for like not revealing Wisp on Volcarona that early, because I had no preparation and I did not expect Wisp on them yet. And I did prep Lumberry Tyranitar, but that Wisp did not land on my Tyranitar, which is a shame. Phantom Force is really good tech because this is where you go in a position where you vanish and then you boom, here you go again. And also Phantom Force is a move that you cannot get protected, which is super good. Darts also is a really smart way to counter protect, which is something I'm really good at playing with, because Darts redirects. And because Whimsicott is a fairy type, Darts directs both on the Chi-Yu. And with Sword of Ruin, it is just Chi-Yu just cannot tank a hit. And it also breaks Focus Sash, which is also super smart. And I think even if I had run Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, I think the outcome would have still been the same. That would just have meant, if it's Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, it would have just meant that Chien-Pao would have to Sucker Punch me or Sacred Sword my Chi-Yu. But they probably knew that very early on because my Chi-Yu was slower than all the usual Chi-Yus in VGC, which the Chi-Yus are usually 1.5 times speed, which is 150 base for Choice Scarf, where non-Choice Scarf Chiyus are 100 base. So they probably knew that very early on, and they made the correct plays. They made the correct plays to counter the non-Scarf Chiyu, which is to pressure me with dynamic speed, with Wisp, Priority, Bullet Punch, Darts, Redirection, Sucker Punch, which is really smart. Really smart. Medical Scizor, obviously Bullet Punch is pretty scary, but I burned the Scizor unexpectedly, so the Scizor was such a useless mon. Volcarona, yeah, Tailwind Wisp is... I had thought about that, but it doesn't seem to be something that I have prepared for it, but it burns the mon that I was not expecting. I had Gigas there instead. So just to take note, if there's a fire type, again, maybe put the Lumberry on maybe Gigas instead, or maybe just to remember to put a burn curing berry on an attacker. I don't know what Granville and Ampharos does, like cool, they're intimidate, yay. Yeah, and also Charlie Volcarona is... It's good tech. It's good tech. They thought this through. With I had Rock-Slide Gigas and Rock-Slide Tyranitar, so they played this really well. No complaints, but yeah, it's a shame that they did read me with the TERA mind games, which is something that always happens in actual Rec Age VGC, not something that you can really like avoid. Like he played the TERA mind game super well, nothing to be complained. And I think the Steel TERA Champa is also really smart, because they know Rockstar's gonna go into POW. They know normal double edge Gigas is gonna go into the POW. The POW was so not worried about the Chiyu, which is something I have a lot of respect on, because like their entire team with those TERA, Ghost TERA, Volcarona, POW, Steel TERA, Granville Ampharos, Steel TERA, they have no fear of the Chiyu, where the Chiyu is supposed to be a very good counter to their team, which I'm just super impressed that he just like completely say, oh, I really don't care about your Chiyu. And they had really good Terras. I'm not sure why Rock Terra is there, but well, I guess it's okay. And Fire Terra Scizor, I guess that's to counter... I don't know why it's Fire Terra. It doesn't really counter my team. But yeah, great game to them. Lots of respect. And yeah, that's it for week 2. We learn from our lessons. We bounce back next week.